What's going on, everybody? Girtania right here, bringing you today's news. On today's case, we're going to be talking about the latest patch note from Valorant, which is more a developer note than anything else, where they talk a little bit about the futures of the game. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so let's dive into the patch note, or insights. On the insights, they start talking about early Valorant ranks and competitive matchmaking. Here, Ian Fielding, the writer of the competitive team, tells you a guide on how they are planning on putting in the competitive mode for Valorant. They're starting with EU and NA to begin with in the next patch, which is patch 049. Fine. Valorant competitive mode uses the same in-game rules as the formal unrated mode, but with a focus on higher stakes competition. I don't exactly know what this means, but I'm assuming that this just means we have ELO, right? And something like that. Valorant's competitive system is in its early stages and we plan on evolve it over time, obviously, like the yada yada yada. This is the usual shit, like it is a beta shit. We can accept that, right? Next up comes, our system aims to solve some of the common pain points that we've seen players experience with competitive modes and rank systems. We're taking your personal skill into account, and so we recognize when you're crushing it, combat smurfing, in order to combat smurfing and reduce players with boosted ranks. This is something League has had to deal with for a while. This is obviously understandable. Boosters and stuff is very frustrating for people who actually just play on one account like you're supposed to, so yeah, this is fine. So here's the bite-sized summary. Complete 20 unrated matches and you'll unlock competitive. I think this is a little bit too little maybe, but you also need to give players access to competitive early, otherwise they're going to be demotivated, right? 8 ranks, 3 tiers, except the top rank, which is Valorant, which is likely just like master rank, right? Similar to how League of Legends does it and Apex and stuff, where like it will probably be like a player count on who is in it. Queue up with 5 player parties, must be within 2 ranks. Now, important note, 2 ranks. Not 2 tiers, which will mean a silver can queue with platinums. This, in my opinion, is kind of huge because queuing with, players that are that far off each other can be risky. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, and further on, they say rank isn't displayed if competitive matches aren't played within 14 days, but you do maintain your rank. You do not decay behind the scenes. This is also an important thing. I'll talk about that later. Closed beta rank does not carry over to launch. This is fine. This is like how every game does it, right? They reset the ranks once the game is fully released. The ranks look like this. Where we have Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold. And we have Diamond, Platinum, Diamond, Immortal, which is their master rank. And then at the end we have Valorant, which is the Valorant logo. The option to enter competitive matchmaking will open once you complete 20 unrated. This is necessary warm-up before the sweat starts. This is fine. There are 8 levels of rank. This I just talked about. This is important. Your personal performance will have more impact on early evaluations of your skill, but will decrease in importance when compared to wins. In order to rank up, you need to not necessarily kill, but you need to win. So, but you can also carry, like you'll be less punished if you actually play well in a game that you lose, is what I'm getting out of this, which is good. They also measure how decisively you win or lose. If you stomp someone, you're more likely to have more elo gain or more elo lost if you get stomped. This is interesting because these can be very controversial in my opinion, but we'll see how that goes out, right? Competitive integrity. Our rank and competitive matchmaking system is meant to deliver balanced fight and keep disruption to a minimum. Factoring in your total performance also helps to detect smurfs, prevent rank boosting, and get an accurate display of your rank skill much quicker. Good points. These are all fair assessments. I think Rainbow Six Siege does a similar thing, because in that game, every single time because I have 3 accounts, one dedicated to solo queuing, one dedicated to a specific operator, and one dedicated to normal gameplay. All of those I rank the exact same rank because I have the exact same performance each time. Planting the spike can be more fun with friends, so queuing up into competitive matchmaking with party of 5 people, up to 5 people. We want to make players feel supported when playing in a team of 5 because we see it as a key of competitive play. But whoever you party with must be within 2 ranks. This is what we talked about, 6 tiers. And 6 tiers is quite a substantial amount, but fair game, I can get it. But they're also specifying it's 6 tiers, which means if we go back to the rank, you can't be bronze 1 and queue with a top rank gold. It has to be gold 1 then. This is good because otherwise you have like the massive spike between Platinum 1 and a max rank in Immortal is huge, or is potentially huge. They're also saying in the end here, like, we've also taken steps to ensure that you're on a level playing field regardless of your queue size. Our competitive matchmaking takes into account your pre-made party size and automatically optimizes your match to be a favor of pre-made sizes similar on the opposing team. They're trying to queue 5 stacks into 5 stacks. Good. If they do not intend on having solo, duo, or flex queue as a thing, like they do in League of Legends, this is huge. Because this actually makes it so that, like, this is important. This makes it so that you don't queue into 5 stacks when you're solo queuing. Or you're very unlikely to, right? If you do, it's because the rest of your team is a 4 stack. And this is where the problem comes. You risk that if the rest of your team is a 4 stack, you get no comps when you're solo queuing. So I want to see how they tackle that, but I'm assuming it's going to be quite fair. Ranking activity will also be tracked. If you haven't played a competitive match within 14 days, your account will be considered inactive, and your rank will be automatically hidden. Nice. I mean, fair game. But they do not decay. This is huge, because like in Counter-Strike, you have to re-rank, and then you might like decay 2-3 ranks if you're AFK for like, but I think that's a month. So, we want to be confident that when you see other players rank, it's an accurate reflection of skill. After 14 inactive days, we don't have as high of a confidence in your displaying rank. However, we won't decay your rank as long as it's artificially in the background. So you don't sweat it if you're one of those players who's always at the top of the game. Good point. I like this. This is great. I absolutely can support this. The only problem that I have with exactly this is that we risk people boosting accounts and then like never logging in again and then selling them on eBay and then selling high tier accounts. I know this is something that's very hard to prevent, but it's really important to take in consideration because people can actually, like, you know, if they manage to get a hidden cheat, boost accounts, get them, sell them. But yeah, that's something that you kind of can't really dodge too well. Only thing that I might have said is like add 2-factor authenticator, like Prime system for Counter-Strike in this game. That would be huge. That would be nice. That's about it. Competitive, progression, and beyond. The Valorant community will lead the way on how our team evolves competitive mode, the rank systems during closed beta, and especially after launch. We're currently tinkering on how to add elements and persistent rank progression that recognizes your competitive accomplishments for all ranks outside of just the match rank display. Expect to hear more of this in competitive mode rank when we get closer to launch. This is also nice. I like that they're doing developer updates, they keep us insider, they tell us what they're doing, and I hope this persists post-launch. Because it's nice to know what the developers are working on. It also makes it feel like the game actually has some progression to it, and it's kind of nice. Alright, so all in all, that is all for Valorant today. Basically, the entire game gets a ranked mode. It's, for me, a huge deal because I love playing ranked. I love being skilled, like matched in skill bases, instead of like randomly queuing and then getting like, you know, either ruffle stomped or stomp somebody. Generally, I hope that this has been informative. If you like the concept, if you like the video, remember to leave a like down below, comment what you think about the ranked systems and stuff, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next one.